Hey, BC, it's Jonathan. It's my second attempt to make a video today. Hopefully it won't end up on my head like the last one I did. A couple of new finds to show, but one thing I wanted to talk about. I've seen a couple of videos where people play music records on their video. And that's cool. I mean, if you have something that's sort of obscure, we don't know about it, and you want to play a clip of 30 seconds to a minute of the video, I can watch that. That's great. I like to hear new stuff I haven't heard before. But there are some people who put a record on and just walk away and let the record play. I'm supposed to sit there and watch a video of a record turning around and music playing? I mean, the quality is for shit. We all know that, whether it's on iPhone, iPad, even a computer. I mean, mostly sound quality is for crap. If I know the record, why would I spend my time watching it? If I don't know it, I'll stream it or find it some other way, unless I'm missing something. Maybe I'm totally missing something about that, and you can let me know if I'm totally off base here. But when I see those videos, I watch like 15 seconds and I go, this is stupid, and I turn it off and find something else to watch. So maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. Anyway, I've done pretty well this year so far with my resolution of not buying a lot of new records. My resolution was to buy less and appreciate your collection more. Last year I bought almost 500 records, so I really got to cut back this year. And the way to do that is to dig deeper into what you have and enjoy what you have. And I'm not stopping buying. I'm definitely going to keep buying records, but I want to sort of focus a little more on filling in holes in my collection. Anyway, I have some records to show. Some of these are ones I ordered before the new year and were back ordered from different companies, and other stuff I picked up locally recently. About an hour west of us, there is a Radio Shack that is still in business, maybe one of the few left in the country. And in the back of the store, the guy has a whole collection of records that he sells. Most of them are 50s, Bobby Vinton, Bobby V, Connie Francis, stuff like that I'm totally not interested in. But now and then he has something interesting, and usually when I go in, he'll have a bunch of records just stacked up that he hasn't gone through yet, or he hasn't put out on the shelf yet. So I usually stop and go through those first. And I was going through the other day, and I found this folk album, bluegrass country album, and it's called Going Down the Valley, Vocal and Instrumental Styles in the Folk Music from the South. Put out in 1977 by, what was it called? New World Records. There's the label, New World Records. These are all songs from the 1920s, all from the original 78s, obviously, and then made to a compilation here. Extensive liner notes on each song and each group. Talks about when they were recorded, where they were recorded. All sorts of great information in there. So it's really cool. I love that old-timey music. And some of the people I knew. I mean, I knew of Uncle Dave Macon and his Fruit Jar Drinkers. Gotta love that. Charlie Poole and the North Carolina Ramblers. But a lot of them I never heard of, and some of the names are just great. The Coon Creek Girls, the Fort Worth Doughboys, Pope's Arkansas Mountaineers, Short Buckle Rourke and Family. So great stuff on here. Old Joe Clark, which is a classic, Cotton Eye Joe, Carve That Possum. That's a classic. So, New Salty Dog, Karina, Molly Put the Kettle On. Just amazingly great, original, old-timey music. I love that stuff. Also, in the country vein, I picked up recently, can't leave any Merle Haggard sitting around. So this is Merle Haggard, and it's not love, but it's not bad. From 1972. A great album. I really like this a lot. Goodbye Comes Hard for Me. New York City Blues. Shoulder to Cry On, Dad's Old Fiddle. I mean, come on. Great stuff. Merle Haggard. Next one is an album I've seen. You always see this group, at least I always see it at Goodwill, and they're always destroyed. I never buy any because who cares? But this one, I'd never seen this album before, and it's Paul Revere and the Raiders, and it's an album called Alias Pink Puzz, P-U-Z-Z. Had never heard of it, never saw it before. It's an original 1969 pressing, and it's really good. I mean, a lot of this is in the vein of Mike Naismith and his country band. So a lot of it's a very country rock kind of feel to it. There's some typical Paul Revere Raiders, but this surprised me how good it was. Original, like I said, original 69 pressing, Columbia stereo, 2i. But a nice surprise on that one. When I was in that Radio Shack store, I saw this again. I never heard of this guy, but it looked interesting, and it's called the Joshua Breakstone Quartet, featuring Kenny Barron on piano. So I knew Kenny Barron, and Joshua Redstone is a guitar player, really good. I liked it because it's only a quartet. It has no strings or schmaltzy production. Pretty straight up post-bop jazz. He plays sort of in the style of, God, I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, that's what happens when you get old. Anyway, great piano player, and I really enjoyed this stuff. This was a good one on Contemporary Records. Oscar Peterson. I knew it would come to me eventually. It's sort of the Oscar Peterson sort of style. A lot of flash, a lot of flourishes, but really well done. So I like that. And it's a gold label promo. Also in jazz, I got this at Goodwill recently. I had a bunch of his records, and I sold a bunch because I just had too many. So, of course, I bought another one. And it's Benny Goodman, and this is On Stage, recorded live in Copenhagen in 1972. The reason I got it basically because it's a sextet, not his big band. And part of the sextet was Bucky Pizzarelli on guitar and Zoot Sims on saxophone. So I love both those two musicians. And I said, because it's not a big band album, and 2-record set was like $2, so I couldn't say no. In really good shape. And Benny, of course, plays an amazing clarinet. That's an instrument that really has fallen out of favor in jazz circles. Don't see many clarinet players anymore. And then 2 jazz albums I picked up. Both of these are part of the Blue Note Classic series, which I got. Actually, both of these, I ordered both these before the first of the year, and I think it was You Discover Music had a 30% off sale or something, so I couldn't resist. The first one is Herbie Nichols, the prophetic Herbie Nichols, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Originally released as 2 10-inch records in the late 1950s. There's Herbie. I really didn't know much about him, but wonderful piano player. Really great hard bop stuff. It's a trio with him and Al McKibben on bass and Art Blakey on drums. On the Blue Note label, you all know the Blue Note label. I don't want to show that anymore. There you go. So that was a nice find. Really happy to get that. And then the next one is one I've been looking for, an original for years, and finally gave up. A real original in good condition is ridiculously expensive. So I was able to find this a Blue Note reissue, and it's a Cannonball Adderley Something Else. And it features Miles Davis, Hank Jones, Sam Jones, and Art Blakey. It's recorded in 1958. And beautiful. Just great music. Do on here Autumn Leaves, Love for Sale, Something Else, One for Daddy-O, and Dancing in the Dark. That's the label for the Blue Note Classic Series. Blue Note Classic Series, they don't do the gatefold like they do for the Tone Poet, but all from analog tapes, and do a great job. And it's a reasonable price, usually like $22 to $25, which is not bad for a classic album like this. Really happy to have it. And that's all I got right now. So like I said, I'm trying to cut back. So videos I do in the going forward might be more showing stuff I already have in my collection instead of showing new finds. Okay? I hope everybody's doing well out there, trying to stay warm. I know it's been ridiculously cold and snowy. And here in Maine, tomorrow morning, they're talking about 17 below zero when we first get up. That's air temperature, not wind chill. So we just got to hunker down and deal with it and get past it. Okay? Hope everybody's doing well, staying safe, getting your shot and your booster and wearing a mask and not getting COVID and being careful. And hopefully we'll all get through this in another couple of months. Okay? Until next time, peace.